Dave Palumbo, standing here in Doherty's 24/7 gym in Melbourne, Australia. I'm here with Tony Doherty, the gym owner, and Aaron Singerman. And Tony, we've been talking about this day for 10 years on the radio show.
Welcome.
I'm so happy to be at your gym here.
Welcome to my world, Dave. It's taken forever to get him here. You know, it has been a long
trip.
time. Yeah, well, we got Aaron out here last year. Obviously, we couldn't get you here. So welcome, man. I'm honoured to have you in the gym.
I send him ahead of time. He's like the front line to make sure he makes it back, and then I come
like
the next year.
Like the canary in the war.
That's right. Now, Tony, we have a great show this year. There's a last-minute, however, notification you told me. Johnny Jackson is not going to make it. What's going on with that?
Johnny has been trying to renew his passport, and there's just been some issue with it we won't go into. But in his defence, he's done everything possible to get here. We've changed his flight 3 times. In fact, we're going to fly him out Thursday night, have him land Sunday morning, and come straight to the show.
Wow.
So he would have done anything to be here. So on behalf of Johnny to his fans, he does apologise, and I've got no animosity to the guy at all. He's a champion guy, and he would have flown himself here if he could have.
No, I know, and he's been here before. The last time I actually saw Tony, my quad was torn, and you told me, good luck, I'm back, I'm on my feet. Let's talk about Dexter Jackson won his 4th Arnold Classic last week. He's back here. You always seem to get the blade here. What is it that gets you to get Dexter to come here? Because Dexter's very lazy by
Well, you know, it's a funny one, because every time he comes, he says, "That's it, man. I'm never doing that trip again."
I know he doesn't like that. It's a long flight from Florida.
But he loves the Australian fans. He loves coming down here to the gym. He's got a cult following. You know, this is kind of a very special show for Dexter, because in 2001, when we first did the Australian Pro, that was kind of his breakout show. That's when everyone noticed Dexter Jackson. Of course, he kicked on from there, going on to win the Olympia. But there's some other history going on. Dexter's won my pro show 3 times, equal with Chris Cormier. So we've got
a record coming up.
Yeah, we've got a similar thing to what we had at the Arnold last week. Just on not quite as a bigger scale with prize money, but Dexter's won my show equally with Chris Cormier 3 times, and if he wins tomorrow night, that'll be 4 wins for Dexter Jackson.
That'll be a record.
But, you know, I've got to shout out to Dexter. He's done my show now. This will be his 7th time out of 13. He's done my show more than any other athlete.
Is that true? Is that a record?
Yeah, that's a record. He's incredible. He you know, he hates the trip, but then a couple of weeks out, he'll call me up and say, "Tony, I might come out. What can we do?"
When he counts his money afterwards, he doesn't mind. Will Dexter Jackson repeat here, or can anyone beat him?
I think that Dexter is going to win here. I do believe that. I think that he's obviously the favorite, and he's traveled so much that it's not like this is a new thing for him.
Ben Pekulski, kind of breakout bodybuilder of the show at the Arnold, at least, 2nd place. Some people thought he might have even deserved to win. Freaky legs, probably the best legs on stage going to be here. Do you think he'll be a fan favorite?
Yeah, they love him. Wherever he goes, he's a fan favourite. You know that. He brings the house down. That most muscular, his front lat spread. He's something else, you know, but he lacks a little from behind. So, my opinion, I thought Dexter, he won the Arnold easy. I think the 2nd place was the interesting thing. And it could be the same for this show, because you got Tony Freeman. Now, he hasn't left the gym since he got here. He's been training day and night.
I just saw him. He's sweating his ass off here. Yeah, and as you can see, so are we. I mean, it's very warm in here.
Yeah, it's very warm. You guys have come from Columbus to the middle of summer. It's great. So, Freeman's been in here twice a day. He's obviously looked at his shots from the Arnold and said, I'm going to get a little tighter. I'm going to push Ben Pekulski a little bit further. Now, with Johnny out of the show, Ed Nunn's here. Ed Nunn's improved again. He gets overlooked everywhere he goes. Our judges are very fair here. They're going to make sure everyone gets a good call out. So I think if we were to accept that Dexter's a favourite, then 2nd place could be a 3-way split.
I think if the X-Man can tighten up, he could possibly steal that 2nd place spot. Is there enough time for him to get in shape to beat a guy like Ben Pekulski?
I don't think that there's that much missing off of Tony. I think he was definitely off in Columbus. It wasn't one of his better appearances to me. I know we all pretty much agreed about that, but he wasn't so far off that in a week's time that he couldn't do what's necessary, because as far as completeness, Tony is definitely a more complete bodybuilder than that.
And a lot of people thought he was 2nd in Columbus, so I mean, if he does come in tighter here, I don't think Pekulski can get any better than he was. So if anything, Freeman's the guy who's going to be moving up.
Ben was sick at the Arnold. Now he's not sick anymore. He's eating again. He's rehydrated, so he could bounce back either way. If he improves even that much, you'd think.
With the way he looked, I didn't believe that he was sick. But then I got sick Sunday to Monday, so I believe it.
The truth is, it's true. The truth is, I almost wonder if that getting sick helped Ben, because
dried him out.
I don't know. He looked really, really dry, and I don't like. The one thing you said is, can Ben be a lot better? He was super crisp and super
I don't think
dry.
he could have been much better.
I mean, I think that he definitely has room to improve, but not over a week. I don't know.
Dark horse in this show. You mentioned his name before. Ed Nunn.
Ed Nunn.
Can he steal this show, or at least steal a top 3 placing?
Look, I rate the guy. I was with you in India, and he didn't get the call-outs. And everywhere goes, kind of, what's going on with this guy? When he's on his own on stage, he's an incredible bodybuilder, and we haven't seen him pulled out with the top guys. Here, I think our judges will pull him out with the top guys, and we can actually have a look and say, well, okay, now we can be compared. He ain't missing much. He's got a very small waist. He's got a great taper, perhaps a little flat in the chest, but from behind he's great too. So I really rate the guy. And then, look, you've got Michael Kefalianos here, who was obviously a little off at the Arnold. He can do a lot in a week.
He is a fan favourite here, obviously.
Fan favourite here again. You know, we've got a New Zealand guy, we've got 2 local guys. There's one guy coming down from Sydney called Ivan Sadek, who normally competes at about 120 kilos. He's a beast.
He's a big man, yeah.
Okay, he's come down. He's down about 10 kilograms, and he said, I've never looked like this in my life. He hasn't been this dry since he was an amateur, and he's got enough muscle to put up there with anyone. So Jeff Long's here as well. Arn Nguyen's here from LA. If those guys are in shape, who knows where they're going to... Look, they're all going to get plenty of call-outs. It's going to be a very fair show, and I just hope it's close.
With Tony in the interview, Aaron, we don't even need to say anything.
I know.
Here's your breakdown right there. The money's on Dexter Jackson, however. Can the X-Man move up to that second place pot and steal it from Ben Pekulski? We won't know till tomorrow night. For now, though, I'm Dave Palumbo with Aaron Singerman and Tony Doherty at Doherty's 24/7 famous gym here in Melbourne, Australia, rxmuscle.com. Thank you. Awesome.